earlier in this year, we hired industry consultants. And one of their suggestions to us while they were in the process of changing our total recruiting process was to hire passive candidates versus active candidates. And what I mean by that is passive candidates are people who are currently working, not necessarily looking for a job, and they're successful, they're happy with what they're doing well. An active candidate is someone that's, may or may not be working, but they're looking for a reason. And they're actively seeking job, sites and postings and things like that. And what we found was, through all of our research, LinkedIn was the best way to recruit that passive candidate. So we purchased the recruiter tool, and through that what I'm able to do is search for candidates via keyword, through their company name, their job title, all sorts of different criteria like that, and find the perfect candidate for us. The other thing that I'm able to do is post job postings for all the various positions that we have. And then what I do with those is I share them with my entire connection network. I share them with all the groups I'm associated with. I share them with my Twitter feed, my Facebook page, everything like that. And what I expect my employees to do is share them with their network as well. If you are a quality candidate and you're doing well here at Blue Technologies, we expect you might have some quality friends as well that you could get a referral for, or even one of their connections. What I like about social media recruiting for me is I get to see their entire profile, and sometimes their profile is a little bit more casual than the actual resume, so I get to see a little bit more about what they do, where they've been, what kind of jobs they've held, but I also get to see different references and referrals from previous supervisors or coworkers or people that they've worked with, customers in the past. The passive candidates that I'm bringing in now, I think there's fewer number of candidates that I'm interviewing and hiring, but they are of better quality. And I get to see their entire profile, so I'm really pre-qualifying them before I even reach out to them. Where on a typical resume, you only highlight what you really want people to see. So the people that I'm bringing in, already have everything that we're looking for, and now we just see if they're a team fit. One position we had been looking for previously was a candidate for one of our managed service programs. And I needed somebody that was technically savvy, and I was looking for someone who had experience selling a conceptual service and had success in that. So I was able to really, really narrow down my search with all the criteria I can search for on LinkedIn, and I found the perfect candidate. She was not looking for a position at all, but came over and is very happy with us now. Even for a brand new LinkedIn user, I found some of their trainings to be very helpful. They give you step-by-step instructions on how to start your searches, how to save your searches, so it brings up brand new people that qualify for the searches you put in place on a daily basis. So you get to see every new user, and they'd say it's something like 1 million new users a day come onto LinkedIn. I was able to log on and go through some webinars. There are WebExes of people talking about how easy it is to use. There are written tips and tricks of the trade on how to use it, so I think it's really easy even for a brand new user to log on and after those trainings become very proficient quickly. And it's free marketing for your company. If you're posting something about your hiring on LinkedIn, that shows other people out there that you're doing well and you're prospering, and maybe they'll be inclined to check out Blue Technologies' webpage or our Twitter feed or our Facebook page or whatever the case may be. The word's out there, and the more hits that we can get, the better it is for us. My favorite social media site is definitely LinkedIn. Obviously I do all my recruiting on there, but I also connect with people that maybe I've had a conversation with and it wasn't the right job for the right time. I can connect with those people and either get referrals out of them for their qualified friends, or I can keep them in mind and maybe later on down the road have a more qualified position for them. And that's happened to me. I've talked to people for certain jobs, and I have different center of influences who have qualified people all around them and can send them over at any given time. So I think it helps for me to keep connected with these people, whether or not I need them right at that moment. You never know down the road what could come to fruition.